Summertime is in full effect here in Las Vegas, and today I'm going to show you how I made my fresh pineapple ice cream. So let's just get right into it. I'm starting off with my fresh pineapple that I had sitting on my table for a couple of days so I can get ripe, and I'm going to be using pineapple syrup. And you've all cut up pineapples before. I started off cutting out the top, and then I'm going to trim the sides and get all those little dark spots out of there. And I tell you what, as soon as I cut into this pineapple, I can tell that it was super sweet without even tasting it. And let's get him all trimmed up. Okay, I got my pineapple all trimmed up, got all those little dark spots out of there, and I took the core out, right out the center, because that's really hard and you don't want to eat that. Now I'm going to chop it up in pieces that my little mini processor can handle and puree it, and I need 2 cups of pureed pineapple for this recipe. From here, the next few steps are going to be self-explanatory. I'm going to put on some nice soft music for you, so sit back and enjoy. My 2 cups of pureed pineapple is done, and that last piece here, I'm going to puree that and use that as a topping for my pineapple ice cream and for some smoothies later on in the week. Here's my ice cream base, and I use pretty much the same ice cream base for my flavored ice creams. I use a different base when I'm making the chocolate. And you might want to take a minute, pause right here, and write this recipe down. And here I'm adding 1 tablespoon of the pineapple syrup. I tasted it before I did that, and I only added about ½ a cup of sugar. So this is going to add just a little bit of flavored sweetener. And all these spoons, I'll tell you the story about all these spoons in just 1 second. And just whisk everything up until it's nice and well combined. And here I'm adding my pureed pineapple. I only added a cup of the pureed pineapple. I reserved some for when I put the ice cream in the containers, and then I layered, the ice cream, and then a layer of puree and a layer of ice cream. And I reserved some because I was going to garnish my ice cream like when I served it. And the story behind this glass full of spoons started years ago, and I always have a glass full of spoons, set aside for tasting. You guys never see it because I have it off camera, but I started it up years ago when I'd be in the kitchen cooking, and I knew Jerry was going to come around the corner with the spoon in hand wanting to taste something. So I always had a glass full of spoons sitting on the counter because I knew he was going to pop in for a taste test, and he considered himself the official taste tester, a job that he took very seriously, by the way. I'm adding ½ a teaspoon of vanilla, and the only reason why I'm adding ½ a teaspoon because I'm using a different vanilla I haven't tried before, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't too strong. So I'm adding ½ a teaspoon at a time, and then I'm going to whisk it together to incorporate that vanilla into the cream. And there's my spoon again. Another quick taste here, and this is where I'm going to determine whether I'm going to add any more sugar or other flavorings, and it tastes pretty doggone good. And here's the finished cream. I whisk it really good to make sure that the pureed pineapple was well incorporated within the cream. And from here I'm going to add the other half of the vanilla. I did taste it, and it did need just a little bit more vanilla. So altogether I added 1 teaspoon of vanilla to this recipe. And I think we're good to go. I'm going to give it one more quick taste. And see, I did use all those spoons. I got one left. and it's delish. From here, I'm going to cover it up, and it's going into the fridge for 2 hours. Here's my cream mixture. It's been in the fridge for about 2 hours. And off camera, I added a little bit of yellow food coloring because it was just, you know, way too, it didn't remind me of a pineapple. So this way it kind of reminds me of a pineapple. A little bit more yellow flavoring to it, or coloring to it. And from here, it's time to churn some ice cream. Okay, I put my freezer bowl in there, and it was ready to go because when I got finished with my last batch of ice cream, I put it in the freezer, and I keep it in the freezer. That way, I'm always ready to make some ice cream. To go, and look at it. Look at this. Oh. Yeah, I gotta taste it. It's a rule. Oh, yeah. Perfection. Okay, I'm going to stop it with 9 minutes left on it because it is starting to, you see how it's starting to come up there? And I don't want it to run out of the bowl because I've had that happen before and it's a mess. Well, here we go. Look at that. Ooh. Here's the last little bit I scraped out of the container. So, you know I had to taste it. Let's see what we got here. Now if I was making this for a bunch of kids, I'd probably make it sweeter, but for me, this is perfect. It really is. The pineapple is sweet enough. Nature's own sugar in that pineapple. Wow. Want to taste? I can only imagine what it's going to taste like tomorrow. Okay, until tomorrow. I am out on the patio with my neighbor, and we're getting ready to sample some of the pineapple ice cream. So I'll try to get it filmed. It's really good. I just had a bowl. I think I'm getting ready to have another bowl. Okay, this is my neighbor Wendy and her dog Charlie.
And Charlie loves it. She's licking my feet.
Well, how about you? Do you love
Now,
it?
here's my taste.
Is that a I like or I don't like?
It's cold. A popsicle, a pineapple popsicle,
Yeah.
pineapple ice cream.
I know, huh?
It's very good, and she hardly used any sugar.
Half a cup.
And it's so sweet.
Okay. All right, we got one thumbs up. Here's my other neighbor, Frankie.
I've already tasted it. It's very good. Thank
Is
you.
it sweet like adult sweet, right?
Uh-huh.
Not too
Yeah,
overly sweet.
Not too sweet.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Now this is my other neighbor Sue. And what you think? Can you taste the pineapple?
It's wonderful. I love it.
Is it sweet? Is it sweet enough or too sweet? Just
I
right?
think it's just perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, 3 thumbs up for my pineapple ice cream. I'm okay with that because I enjoyed it also. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave and that notification bell, and give it a big thumbs up if you really enjoyed it and you're going to try this recipe. And if you do try this recipe, let me know. Leave me a comment. I love comments and I answer all of my comments. I hope that you all have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend with your family. Be blessed. Wear your mask if you want to. Stay safe and keep on cooking.